Hey everybody, Joel Green here with Curiosity Quest, the show that explores what you, the viewer, are curious about. Now today, our quest letter came to us from Grover Hill, Ohio, and Allison wrote, "Dear Joel, I'm curious. How do the cheerleaders remember all the routines? Could you go and find out?" Well, Allison, for years I've gotten letters on sports. We've done those shows. And I've also got letters on cheerleading. And we haven't done the show until today. Because of you, we have made our way out here to Provo, Utah, where we're at BYU, one of the country's premier competitive universities. We're going to learn firsthand what it's like to be a cheerleader. And by the way, guys, this isn't just a girl thing, and you're going to find out why on today's Curiosity Quest. Let's go! I'm here with Jocelyn. Now, Jocelyn, tell us about the BYU Cheer Squad and what your role is here.
Our role, basically, is that we are athletic supporters. We support the athletic teams here on campus, but at the same time, we also try to have our own, we'd go to competition, so we have some of our own goals and our own things that we do to try to be the best cheer squad around.
You're supporting the football team in the fall.
Yes.
Basketball team,
yeah,
the winter time, yeah, and then you go to competition. Is that how you segment your year?
A little bit. You know, it would be nice if it was a little more like that, if we just had football, then basketball, then competition. But the thing about the cheerleaders is they're a unique sport, and I call them a sport because they are very active, and you've seen how athletic these kids are.
Yeah.
But theirs never ends. So they do football, and then basketball overlaps football, so they're doing both of those at the same time, and then competition overlaps with basketball, so they're doing those at the same time. So these kids are really all year long in top shape workout mode all year long. So it's a difficult thing, but I think it's worth it. They have a good time.
So now, we are at your practice here today, and thank you so much for having us out
You
here.
bet.
This is really cool.
You bet.
And then later on, we're going to a clinic. Tell us about the clinic.
Yes, we're having a mini cub cheer clinic, which means we're having ages 5 to 13, and they are adorable. This is one of our favorite things. We kind of do it as a fundraiser for these kids to go to competition because they pay for their competition all on their own. They pay, every cent is out of pocket unless we can raise some money. So this is kind of our one fundraiser to do this cub clinic, but I personally think it is an excellent thing for us to do to get kids involved young so that they can be preparing themselves and really fall in love with the sport of cheerleading before they get to college, and then we've got great future cheerleaders.
That's all they can think about doing is being a cheerleader, right?
Yes,
like
yeah, they love it. They love it. But it's a good opportunity for us to get out into the community and to teach the technique that we would like to see cheerleaders have coming up into our program.
Okay.
I know we're starting at 5, but if they learn good technique from us at 5, by the time they get up to coming to try out, then I've got a better shot at having a great squad. So I love it.
Spoken like a true coach.
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry.
Get them young, and we'll be good.
Yeah.
We're witnessing a practice. We're going to actually see the students come in, and the cheerleaders are going to coach them.
Yes.
And then they're actually going to perform at the basketball game that we're going to hang around and watch.
Yes, they're going to perform with us, the little dance routine, and they'll learn some basic stunting, and they'll get to perform. It's a good opportunity for them.
What is your favorite thing about being a cheerleader coach?
For me, it's a passion. It's really important for me to progress that sport with proper technique, with safety. I think if you grow the sport that way, I think it's a passion of mine, and I think it's really important. So
sure.
I love it. It's a perfect job.
It's a perfect job.
It's like I get paid to play. It's wonderful. I love it.
Well, thank you so much, Jocelyn, for having us out here. We're going to watch you in action and hang out for this day here.
Great. It's nice to have you. Thank you.
Thank you.
What do boy cheerleaders do?
Hold up the girls. They usually throw the girls up to do flips, or they either catch them. They cheer for the girls. They cheer and be boys. They punch themselves.
They punch themselves?
I'm here with Nate, one of the assistant coaches here at BYU. Now, Nate, tell us a little bit about the male's perspective. Now, everybody thinks this is a girl's sport, right? Is it?
It is not a girl's sport. It's definitely not a girl's sport. You can look behind us right now, and you can see exactly how hard the guys are working to be able to do the stuff that we do. There's a lot of talk about this sport starting to be recognized not as a mainstream sport like basketball, football, things like that. Obviously, we're not trying to become anything like that, but there's something that's extreme about cheerleading.
Now, when we were doing research online about how tough these guys are, these are some of the strongest guys I've ever seen on camera. They're picking people up with one hand, and you've been doing that all your life, right?
Yeah, most of my life, since I was about 15 years old.
Wow. How did you know that it was just the sport for you?
Well, you know, I kind of just stumbled into it. Some guys maybe get drawn in because a cute girl's like, hey,